YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Shenzo Plays. Today we're hopping back into Waterpark Simulator. We're going to be enabling Twitch connectivity again, so you'll see some of our Twitch community members most likely joining to hang out at the water park. I've been playing this a lot in my spare time, so I'm very, very excited to hop back into it. It's a really fun game. It's just really good when you want to just turn your brain off for a minute and, clean and repair and run around like a chicken with your head cut off. I know none of that sounds relaxing because it's not, but somehow it is. I don't know how they balance it, but it's pretty great. So we're going to continue that today. We're going to continue with the Twitch exclusive park here, which I believe we left off like right around 2 stars. So I'm looking forward to continuing that with you guys, and I hope you enjoy. You guys know the drill. Please consider leaving a like or a comment on this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you all so very, very much for hitting that subscribe. We're almost at 60 people at the time of this recording, so thank you guys so very, very much. We're seeing really, really good growth on that channel, so thank you. Ring that bell if you want to get notified. That's optional, not required, but it would be cool if you did it. Follow me on all my social media down below. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Love you guys, and we'll see you here in just a second. Hey YouTube, welcome back. We are here. As you can see, we've got a lot to do. The park is still a mess. We've cleaned up a bit. We've organized a lot of different things. I definitely want to add like another pool in here, but we'll do that later. But right now, I gotta tell you guys, this design is pretty good. We've got 20 people that can come in, and everything's kind of close together. We are pretty secure. Park is mostly clean. I'm going to be just getting some stuff ready here. But yeah, before we start our day, we're going to do a little bit of maintenance. I gotta say, compared to my new park I just got, this is considerably more well organized. The park I have is definitely me running around like a chicken with my head cut off. A lot. There is a lot of that going on in the other park. But the good thing here is that everything looks kind of nice. Decorations are kind of cool. We're gonna need a bit more, but I do really like how this looks as a whole. I think we did a good job with this. Oh yeah, before I forget, let's make sure settings are on. Alright, and we are connected, so if you guys would like to pop in, you can hit !visit in the chat. So, Silly, I know you said you wanted to join, so you can do that at any time. But you do have to do it daily, just so you guys know. It is a requirement to every in-game day you will have to visit again to come back. Alright, so real quick, before we do anything too crazy, let's move this back over here. And that way we kind of keep everything together and organized for now. Hey, TechWiz, how you doing, bud? It's good to see you. Yeah, so this is actually pretty freaking organized. I'm actually really impressed by how organized this is compared to like my other park, which is kind of a giant mess. That will obviously change a lot as we continue to upgrade and get new stuff. But for now, yeah, I feel pretty good about where we're at. One thing I will do is I'm going to drop this here just because I found it's really, really good to have 2 open slots. Particularly when you're trying to empty all the trash and stuff like that. But let me see. We do have the paint roller. So the way that you clean this up is you have to paint it. So TechWiz, I think you were talking about how, you wanted to like clean everything up. Yeah, you got to do that with by painting, and yes, everything costs money. So it's expensive. But this is what we're going to do. So we're going to start off by getting, just all 3 of the same color. And let's see here. We only really have 2 options at the moment, so we're going to clean this up. But look at this. Much nicer, right? So we'll try to clean up like all the panels and stuff. We'll start there for now. We'll just clean up the park and make it look nice. And this does add, by the way, to your decoration score. So that's kind of nice as well. I don't know if you can see, but it's like the little palm tree directly above me. That should be slowly kind of going up a little by little as we paint some stuff. But as you can see, it does look a lot nicer once you actually paint it. Yeah, this is one of the things I was playing around with when I was doing my own playthrough earlier. Yeah, as you can see, it definitely makes a difference. Yeah, I just figure we'll start small, and then, you know, we'll kind of keep an eye on our money and see if we can get it all looking nice and neat. But yep, no more rust. And now all our handlebars look pretty good. Same with our windows. Alright, so next up, I think we should probably try and paint the actual office building, don't you think? So what color are you guys thinking? We do have limited colors right now, which is unfortunate. We could paint it blue, we could go gray, a shade of brown, or like a tan. What are you guys feeling? Because you can unlock more, but that's a little ways away. And I actually don't think we're going to have enough money to do this anyway, but maybe for the future. Do you guys have a preference, or should we wait? Ranella wants blue? Okay. We go on like a teal or a darker blue? What are you thinking? We going like dark blue, like more of a tealish color? Dark blue? Okay, cool. We'll go dark blue. We'll just paint what we can. We'll try to get this area nicer first. Oh, whoops. That's my fault. I have the wrong... Yeah, you see you can add like tile, which is kind of nice. But yeah, that looks a lot nicer, huh? Oh, I did miss one. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't mind if we spend, like, all our money on this. Because, you know, this is going to be important, and we're going to need to do it anyway. Oh! Damn it. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Alright. I apologize for that. Like I said, my capture card is unfortunately on the fritz. I don't know why it's doing that, but that's not great. YouTube, I'll be right back. Hang tight. Hey, YouTube, welcome on in. So just so you know, full transparency, we started our save already. You probably won't see it. And we made some progress. We did some painting. I demonstrated the painting mechanic and stuff like that. And then my capture card went out, and it crashed the game. So we lost all that progress, which luckily wasn't a lot of progress. But as you can see, like, nothing's painted, and it's a little unfortunate, because, yeah, I was kind of excited about that. But we can always do it again. Luckily, though, everything else is good to go. I just had to do some repairs. That's all you missed. I just repaired some stuff, cleaned some stuff, and talked to my mod, who's also one of our official artists for the channel. So you didn't really miss a ton. I'm gonna be honest. You missed like maybe 7 minutes of me just yapping and explaining different things. But one of the things I did mention is I've been playing this game a lot in my spare time on a different save. And this park is way better organized than my than my other one. So that's kind of funny. But yep, so our current task, as you can see up there, is we have to push cheaters from your park. So we gotta find 10 cheaters and push them, because that's what we do. For the record, do not try to do this. Do not try to do this in real life, because that is, I believe, is assault. So do not assault anybody. Leave that to security. But as you can see, we've got, pretty good room. We've got room for 20 people in the park. There's actually room for a lot more. We just haven't really done a whole lot with this side of the park yet. And yeah, just trying to keep everything going until I get summoned. Ah, that's unfortunate. Jameer, you'll get him next time, bud. But yeah, so we're running, we're on our way to, we are on our way to 3 stars. We're at 2 stars right now. And just so you guys know, I think I'm at 3 stars working on 4 stars in my other save. Oh yeah, I did learn you can ragdoll, which is hilarious. And you can randomize your character. I actually got really lucky on my other save, and I got one that looks just like me. Oh, hey, there we go. Got him again. But yeah, as you guys can see, it's pretty chill. We actually have probably too many pools. But, for only having, this small of a park. But it works because they're all kind of nice and together there. And we have plenty of open room for when we unlock more stuff. But yeah, there's a lot to this game. This game gets kind of crazy, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. It gets kind of crazy. There will eventually be people who come in and take photographs of everybody in the bath. So, you have to, you have to, find them when they're trying to take pictures of people and push them. And they're called perverts, which is great. There are people who will deliberately pee in the pool, or poop in the pool. So you have to, see, like that? She was trying to take photos. So I just caught a pervert. And, yep, and you can ragdoll yourself, by the way, which is great, so... Like that. Is it just me, or does my character look like a younger, brown-haired Wesker? Oh, I didn't get the notice, so that's my bad. Alright, senior, 6 hours slide pass. You got it. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you. Oh, and someone's drowning. Gotcha. Oh yeah, I do apologize, but if you hit exclamation point visit before, you need to redo it since the game crashed. I should have mentioned that, I'm sorry. Oh, right. I need to do this. What's up, Tanner boy? Are you okay? Why you whining, kiddo? $4 hours, teen. And Jameer's back. Tanner, it's okay, bud. Come here, dude. Sorry, guys. Tanner's whining at me, and I don't know why. Don't know what's up with him. He's been pretty good all day. Alright, just trying to keep everything clean. There are, like, durability and cleanliness upgrades that you can get as well, which they actually help quite a lot. So it's kind of nice. You can also hire, like, repairmen, like staff, which is also really, really nice. And I've definitely found that efficiency is, or precision is better than efficiency. Like, both are good, obviously, but, like, if in my opinion, after playing this for quite a while, precision is definitely more important because they don't screw up as much. Add ice and add lemon. There you go, my guy. Skylar just got a lemonade, and now he wants a hot dog to go with that lemonade. You know what? Fair, Skylar. I gotta restock the hot dog cart. And ice. And that trash is full as well. Oh, and someone's panicking on the diving board. I'm amazed that that counted. Okay. Lemonade with ice. There you go, Ethan. Gotta go buy hot dogs. Tanner boy, speaking of a hot dog, how you doing, kiddo? Come here, mister. Whoop! Tanner, come here, big fluff. What are you doing? Coraline is waiting for a hot dog, and we also have a lemonade as well. With ice and lemon, there you go. And you want mustard. How do you guys take your hot dogs? I'm usually ketchup, mustard, and relish. Usually my my go-to for my my hot dog order. Ketchup and dill relish, hell yeah. Mustard, ketchup, and cheese. Ooh, sounds good. Not really the biggest fan of cheese on the hot dog, but every now and then it hits the spot. All right, sounds good, silly. See you when you come back. Oh, I just absolutely bowled her over. Sorry, lady. Tanner, bud, I'm right here. Teen, 4 hours, slide pass. Gabriel, teen, 4 hours, slide pass. Hell yeah. Oh, Ethan's drowning? Okay. Sorry, Ethan, hang on. I gotta do this first. Money comes before profit, you know? No, I'm kidding. Alright, Ethan, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Tanner, come here, dude. No slide pass. Onions, relish, and jalapeno. Oh, I can't do jalapenos. They mess with me too much. So here's the thing. I love spice. Spice hates me. I do love I do love the idea of jalapenos, but every time I have jalapenos, I regret it, so I don't eat them anymore. I have, like, no spice tolerance, which sucks. Sorry, Ethan, money matters more. True. There's my Tanner boy. How you doing, kiddo? You finally get tired of waiting for me? Yeah? How you doing, dude? Alright, there we go. Not bad. Still needs a little bit of work, but we made good progress. We made a lot of money. What's up, Tanner boy? What is it, bud? Okay. Good dog. I'm not mad at you or anything. Yeah, it's okay. Sorry, checking on something here. Friend of mine is supposed to do something. Definitely don't try one of my chili dogs then. Oh yeah, no, that would probably wreck me, unfortunately, Stexon. Sorry, gotta get my my mouse set up again. I accidentally clicked the button to change the settings. Yeah, Tanner? What's up, dude? Tanner, are you okay? Everything alright? Yeah? Tanner, what's up, bud? Why are you making noise at me, kiddo? It's okay. Why are you making noise at me, bud? I'm right here. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm literally right here, dude. What's up? What's wrong? Come on, bud. You know I'm streaming. You know this by now. You're too smart not to. What's up, kiddo? You can talk to me. What's going on, big guy? Alright, good dog. T-storms are near you again? Oh, that's not fun. Well, be safe, okay? Number one priority is to be safe. Good boy, Tanner. Internet going on for... Okay, no worries. No worries. Like I said, just be safe. Yeah, what's wrong, Tanner dog? Oh, good boy. You get that bone. You show that bone who's boss. Alright, so we can get modern pools. I don't really think we need modern pools right now, though. Like, they'll help in the long run, but I don't think we need them. Jukebox is good because it does create a better environment. We don't need to get more staff because we can only hire the one at the moment. I will get the level 2 park decorations, though. Ticket price 2 will probably be nice. And then, yeah, we could also do hiring level up, which will help a lot. We could get a janitor. Alright, then, yeah, we'll save up for ticket price level 2 next, probably. Alright, so since we have a bunch of extra money now, let's see. We could get some new decorations. We have some level 2 decorations, which will be nice. So let's go do that. We'll swap out some of the older decorations. And we'll add new ones. Because the decoration score, it's really, really, like... It may not seem like it's a big deal, but I found it helps quite a lot with, like, your positive reviews, especially once you have tips. It's a small thing, but it makes a pretty big freaking difference. I think that's pretty good for now. Alright. Let's see. Put this away for now. And let's paint. We got a lot of money, so let's paint. And in case you guys missed it, we did decide on a couple different colors. But let's clean this up. So it doesn't look so old and run down. Whoops. This is going to look really nice by the time we're done with it. But yeah, as you can see, you can paint everything. And I do mean everything. Let me take a look here and just see. Yeah, so we get more paint colors here, but we need the floor tool first. Alright. Let's change colors since we got all the metallic stuff here, so I think we decided on dark blue. So we'll paint the front first. And yep, we'll just take care of this. Make sure it looks all nice and neat. So what do you guys think? I think this looks pretty good so far. Yeah, as you can see, it is expensive. But I think it's worth it. Alright, so I think we got the entire outside. So let's move on in. Whoops. Alright, let's fix that real quick. Oh, that was a waste of $10. That's fine. We'll make it back. I'm not worried about it. Alrighty, but as you can see, we've got that side completely finished. Now we're almost done here. But then, of course, we still have to paint the inside. And I don't think we're going to have the money for that. But at least we got that done. So now we have enough money for 10 more paints. So let's get a nice, like, brown color, and we'll try to get at least some of the roofs done. We'll just kind of start from here and move on over. The hitboxes, you guys can see, is a little weird. For sure, on some of them. It's like, hey, you can hit this, but you can't really. And of course, you know, one of the nice things is that we can always paint this another color if we wish. We can always make adjustments if we need to. So, we are out of money. So we will just go to sleep and start again. And we'll keep it going. But yeah, not bad, right? Looks pretty good, I would say. Although we did miss a spot here. It's unfortunate, but that's okay. And we missed a spot there. But yeah, every time we make sales, we'll be able to paint more, which is nice. So, of course, it helps if Jameer gets the order right. Oh, hang on, you. Nope. Alright, he's 0 for 2 so far. You got this, Jameer. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to fire your ass. Alright, we got a panicker. So what do we do when someone's panicking? That's right, we shove them off. Disclaimer, do not actually shove someone off a diving board when they're panicking. Help them get down instead. Probably go over a lot better, just saying. Oh, we got another panicker. And a pervert. Oh yeah, I forgot. We put that there for some reason. I'm gonna have to... I'll have to make some changes, I think. But that's alright. Alright, let's see. Let's do some brown here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think it's turned out really, really nice. You guys picked out a great color. I'm not really digging this brown, though. I thought it would look a little nicer. Up. Whoop! You're welcome. I dropped the paint roller in here somewhere. I don't know where it is, though. I think it may have glitched out. That's unfortunate. Up. 4-hour senior slide pass. 4-hour senior slide pass. What about a reddish brown? Yeah, that could be pretty good. Maybe like something more like this. Oh, hang on. Mason wants lemonade. Gotta make sure we get it for him. Alright, painting will probably have to wait, just because, I have a feeling we're gonna need to clean up and maintain a lot of stuff. Oh, someone just take a photo? I could have sworn I just saw that. Hot dog with ketchup, you got it. You don't have a pass. Get out of here. Clean water isn't forever. Your park has grown and the filters can't keep up with the crowds. Now trash, accidents, even bladder relief will make pools dirty. To fix it, clear out the garbage and either drain the pool or wait for the filters to slowly do their job. So I'm going to be very honest. I really haven't had a lot of issue with that, even in the, even in my other park, which, like I said, is at like level 3. So, Deborah's drowning. Gotcha. And then, Camden's panicking. Okay. I got you. Gentle nudge. There was a guest waiting at the hot dog stand? I just looked over there. There wasn't anybody there. Damn it, man. I must have missed that notification. Gentle nudge into the wall. Details, Anna. Details. What are you, some kind of health inspector? Got you, bud. Oh yeah, I did forget. I could have hired a janitor. Or a repairman. Or woman. L1 has 100% precision, you're hired. Lemonade with lemon. There you go. Alright, gotta go buy more lemons.
Welcome.
When life gives you lemons, take lemonade. Or you can do what Cave Johnson says and make combustible lemons to burn Life's house down. No, Shenzo the Lost does not endure using lemons for any arsonistic purposes. Thank you, Elowen. Hell yeah. I forgot, we have someone who can help me with the repairs, so... Right now, that means pretty much my job is to manage the concessions, which admittedly I haven't been doing the best job at. I've missed a couple already today. And then to cover for my staff when they, Alright, 4-hour senior slide pass. You got it. Adult slide pass for 4 hours. You got it. I guess they waited for too long. I guess it took too long and they all left. That's unfortunate. Alright. Gotta clean up these puddles. Oh, whoops. Well, you know, that's actually okay. You know, I'm not mad about that. That's not what I intended, but hey, you know, happy accident. Yeah, not bad at all. Like, it could have been a lot worse. Guys, could you stop slipping on this puddle, please? Thank you. So, there's an upgrade that's like, guests leave less puddles in your park. Oh my god, it's a freaking, like, huge difference maker. Alright, so apparently they're not happy we don't have enough loungers. So decoration and loungers are like the two big things I'm taking away from that. Hey, T-Far, good to see you. Welcome on in. Oh, I did it again. Again, not mad about it, but just not what I wanted. I really should go put this away while I'm cleaning up. We'll get you guys in here very, very soon. Okay, it says we still have a lot to clean up, so gotta try and figure out where that is. Let me in! Let me in! Ah, here it is. This is where a lot of the mess is. Okay. Thank you, by the way, T-Fark, for that gigantifying emote. Much appreciated. I had a conversation with Aaron today. Aaron reached out to me to ask me about Twitch Turbo. And she's... First of all, Aaron is so sweet. You know, if you guys know Aaron at all, she is just the sweetest human being on the planet. And, she was just like, yeah, so, like, do you, like, I know this is a weird, like, financial question, but, like, do you make, like, any money off Twitch Turbo? I'm like, no, I think I make, like, 4 cents off Twitch Turbo. She's like, okay, I thought it might have just been me. I'm like, no, trust me, it's not just you. If you are a small streamer, you most likely do not make any money off Twitch Turbo. But yeah, for those on the YouTube who don't know what Twitch Turbo is, Twitch Turbo basically is a way, it's very similar to like the YouTube plan with ads. I think it used to be called like YouTube Red or whatever it was. Basically, it's like, hey, if you just pay Twitch directly, you know, if you just pay them money directly, you won't get ads anywhere on the site. That's the advertisement. But creators will still get paid as if you watched the ads that would run, right? So if you pay for Turbo, basically that means you won't get ads anywhere on the site for any creator. And you know, that's kind of cool, but at the same time it's also like, as I'm sure most of you probably know, ads are all based on the amount of viewers who do see them, right? So it's like, yeah, it's cool that like the creator still gets paid for ads, but for smaller creators, it's like, yeah, you know how much money we make on ads per month? I would imagine most people don't make like more than $1. I know I have higher than average viewership for, you know, my size channel, and I make like maybe $1 on ad revenue every month. It's pretty wild. But yeah, I agree, and I think this looks pretty nice. I'm finding I missed a few spots, though, which is I'm a little annoyed at myself for, but, you know, what are you gonna do, right? Alright, so let's see. We still got a couple more things we gotta do, and we have to do the entire inside. But we got money, so let's do a darker gray for the stairs. Yeah, that looks nice. All right. But yeah, I think this looks pretty good. I think we've done a pretty good job. Want to hear the good news or the bad news? Hit me with the bad news first, T-Fark, and then the good news. We'll save the good news for last. Whispers good news first? Alright, good news first. Don't give me the chance. Don't give me the option if there's a specific order, because I'm always going to pick the order wrong. Well, what's up, T-Farg? Hit me with it. Got a nickel for ad revenue, and its name is Philip. What's the bad news? It's a girl, nickel! Man, that's a deep cut from Fairly Odd Parents there, T-Fark. I love it. Yeah, isn't it wild that Fairly Odd Parents has been around for, like, I think almost 20 years now? I think it debuted on as like, oh yeah, cartoons as like a short in like 1995 or 6. Yeah, it's a silly. It's a line from a cartoon on Nickelodeon called Fairly Odd Parents. It's one of their bigger hits over the years. To the point where it's still going as a spin-off now. Just to give you an idea of like how successful it's been. Yeah, it was around for a long time. All right, I think we got everything. Cosmo and Wanda, Timmy Turner, you have returned. Do 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 do. But yeah, that line, I'm pretty sure is from like one of the first episodes of Fairly Odd Parents, T-Fark. That's a very early one. I think that's the debut of like Mark Chang. All right, so there we go. We don't have the floor tool yet, but you know, I think I think it looks pretty good. I think we did a good job, everybody. Left, the boy Chin Wonder. Hey Raz, how you doing, bud? How was Helldivers? You guys stomp some bugs, beat some bots? Remember playing a Fairly Odd Parents video game? It pissed me off so bad. Wasn't Mark Chain the alien posing as a little kid? Yeah, he eventually did that. Yeah, they brought him to Earth where he was living in the dumpster as a kid. Yeah. He was trying to escape his fiancée, who he did not love. Alright, let's get durability management. That'll help. It was pure chaos, started and stayed super Helldive. Oh boy, that sounds awesome. Well, I hope you guys had a good time. Know how much you love chaos, Raz. Alright. What can we afford? I know they wanted more loungers, so let's see. We can add a couple over here. I do apologize. I am expecting a text message, so... Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can afford anything else. So let's call it a night. We'll start a new day, and then hopefully we'll get all of you guys who have joined in here as well. But look at this. This looks a lot better now. People at Sonic can't wrap a chili cheese wrap to save their lives. It literally fell apart after the first bite. I'm sorry. I've definitely been there. I had a couple tacos where that happened. Gonna look for a bit? Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Anna. You had a couple tacos like that, like tacos and burritos. I'm sorry to hear that, T-Fork. It's never fun when you got a big old mess. Oh yeah, I need to open the park. That might help. I'm like, where are the guests? Well, Shenzo, for the guests to start showing up, I need to open up the park. Little bit, right, guys? Oh, you know what? I might be a fool. Haha. That's why you guys aren't showing up. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here like, why aren't they showing up? The game crashed, so I needed to reconnect. I forgot it doesn't save. Guys, I'm sorry. If you're here and you want to visit, please hit ! visit again for realsies this time. I'm sorry. That's my fuck up, guys. I apologize. This is for YouTube, for those watching, this is their third time trying to join, and I've just screwed it up every time. There you go, T-Fark. Free us! Free us! Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. That's entirely on me. Just fucking things up. Let's add a couple decorations here, huh? You got your record? Your record? Hell yeah! Happy to hear that, T-Fark. Nice. Why do I have this med injector? I don't even remember picking that up. Yeah, we don't really have another good color, so I'll just leave it. No. Got a puddle. But yeah, that's awesome, T4. Congratulations again on winning the raffle. Get wrecked, nerd. Right, I forgot. I don't have to worry about repairing anything because I hired somebody to do that for me now. Now I need to clean up all these puddles. I think one of the features I like the most about this game is that even if your employees, you know, do something, you still get, like, the experience points for it. That's kind of nice. Okay, Jameer's on break, and I didn't get a notification. It's my fault for not paying attention. 8 hours. Hello, Rainella. Welcome on in. Senior slide pass. You got it. Hi, Anna. Welcome. 4 hours senior slide pass. You got it. 6 hours adult with a slide pass. Angelica, 4 hours for senior, no slide pass. Hello, Brian. Welcome on in. Senior for 4 hours. Let me sneak in and be stinky. Adult, 4 hours with a slide pass. Alright, Jameer's back. Thank you. You can take over from here. I gotta clean up these puddles because people keep freaking slipping on them. Well, there you are, T-Fark. You are not stinky, nor did you sneak in. You paid. Sorry. One plain hot dog. Darn it! Oh, I thought I got the lemonade. I did not. That's embarrassing. Oh. I got you, Brian. Oh, I apparently hit him. Or her. Oh my god, look at Ben, I'm sorry. I got Ben's head stuck in the seat. How that happened, I don't know, but it did. Sylvie's drowning. Oh, sorry, Anna. Anna just ate shit on this puddle. Oh, we got a panicker. You know what that means. Lemonade with lemon. You got it. One of the nice things about this setup is I don't really have to go too far to get stuff done. The downside is that I do forget sometimes that I have, like, stuff over here I should try to keep an eye on. Alright, we got someone waiting for lemonade. Then Jameer is gonna probably take another break. Alright, just lemonade. You got it. Mustafa also wants lemonade. Okay, I got you, Mustafa. And a hot dog. Okay. Plain hot dog. You got it. With the works. I'm gonna sue. Oh, we got a vandal in here somewhere. Rose chopped. Gahook. How rude. They just dropped the hard G word on us, guys. Can you believe that shit? God, I hope I don't get canceled for saying that out loud. Diarrhea everywhere. I think my favorite NPC that we've encountered that I haven't seen in a while, but like they tell you about way later. But do you guys remember when the guy just came and ate all the hot dogs? Well, Raz just ate shit. Hi, Raz. Someone missed the trash can, huh? Someone was waiting for a ticket. I didn't even realize they were there. There you go. One hot dog. Bro's mad. Look, I'm mad you're graffitiing my very nicely newly painted park. Yes. Case was here. Dookie everywhere. Alright, well, we made it. I like trains. Hey, look, I like trains too. Trains are pretty cool, man. Alright, so we'll clean up the park. Make sure all the trash is empty. Get a couple more research points. Probably just knock out a couple things. Won't do anything too crazy. But I think the park's coming along pretty well. Now, we still got some work to do, of course, but I think overall we're in a pretty good spot. Fell right in. Can we get a water slide that launches us into oncoming traffic out front? Potentially, yes. I know there is, on the roadmap, I know that the creator wants to, add customizable water slides. And I do know that you can launch people out of them, because, I've done it, usually by accident, usually. But yeah, we might not have that ability now, but if we don't, we can definitely do it in the future, T-Fark, for sure. Alright, park's almost clean. Want to recreate Action Park? Oh man, that's a title I haven't heard of in a long time. If it's what I'm thinking it is, anyway. Oh. I know whenever people ask me about, like, really weird, like, designs, I always think about all the shit I created in Roller Coaster Tycoon when I was, like, 10. Oh, you know what? I did miss this. Grab that. On the right color, I think. Yeah, look at that. Looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty nice. I'm happy with it. You want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride? Never. No, you know what I wish wasn't abandonware? Is Sim Theme Park. Do you guys, have you guys ever played that one? It was basically like a more cartoony version of Roller Coaster Tycoon. And yeah, apparently the studio behind it, I guess they just completely abandoned the IP altogether. I don't know much about, like, what the legal status is, but the game, I think, came out in, like, 2001 or 2002, and it has not been touched since. But it had a lot of, like, really fun ideas and some cool stuff for, like, that era of gaming. Alright. Let's see. We definitely need more decorations. Let's plant a couple trees. This will help liven the place up a little bit. We'll add a couple benches too. I don't actually think the guests sit down in these benches. I think these are just purely for decoration. But they do look nice, so... Got the OG Roller Coaster Tycoon and OG SimCity 3000 on your PC. Hell yeah. Yeah, I have the original, Roller Coaster Tycoon. I actually still have my CD-ROM of it. I actually think it's in this filing cabinet back there. I need to go clean that out, by the way. It's kind of a mess. But I don't have the original SimCity. I do not. I think my first SimCity was SimCity Deluxe. I think it was SimCity like 3 or 4 Deluxe. I can't remember. I probably have that CD-ROM too. But yeah, Sim Theme Park is definitely like the one game where I'm like, man, I wish they had done more with it. Because it was pretty cool. But yeah, I believe it's classified as abandonware because it hasn't been touched in over 20 years. Alright. Let's go take a look at some research options. We have quite a lot of research points. I think visitor patience is a good one to have. And then let's get the upgrade hammer tool just to knock some of these out. Just companies holding on a license and not doing anything with them. Yeah. Alright, hang on, I gotta check this here. Sorry, a friend of mine's asking me to check something for him, so... Okay. Apparently I missed a bench somewhere. Oh, there it is, over here. Alright, 1 second. Okay. Alright, let's see here. What else can we build? Let's get one more tree. We'll put it over there. And then let me grab the sledgehammer. Since we have a little bit of extra money, I want to boost some of the score we've got. So I'm going to tear down a couple of these fountains. Because we can get newer ones that are higher quality. Okay. So... I don't want to put that there, because that's where the stand is. Oh, don't have enough money. That's okay. I guess it's good we're not spending all the money. But yeah, so now look at our decoration score. It's going up pretty significantly. I like the game Concord and Sony sending out cease and desist letters and emails. People are modding the game to make it actually fun. Yeah. Reddit now has mobile games on their website. Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised. I'll tell you, if Blue Sky didn't exist, Reddit would be the social media with the most out-of-touch CEO, and that's really impressive. Or I should say the most self-sabotaging CEO, because, like, Zuckerberg's pretty bad, but, you know, Facebook and Instagram are still successful. Same with Google and YouTube, right? But man, it's like, Reddit, I just feel, has been, like, slowly circling the drain. And Blue Sky CEO just can't help but put her foot in her mouth every single time she posts, it feels like. There's a huge issue with leadership in technology. Let me just put it that way. Alright, so guys, I think this will be our last in-game day. So if you would like to visit, ! Visit. That's why you canceled Netflix. You don't want to play mobile games on a website for streaming movies. There's no option to turn those ads off for it either. Yeah, it's... Shitification is a hell of a thing, and it's what is honestly the downfall of, like, every major, like, website. You know what I mean? It's C-suite executives and shareholders that are just like, you know, we're making a ton of money on this product, and we could, and it was successful because we did, X, Y, and Z, but what if we stopped doing X, Y, and Z, and then made people pay for X, Y, and for a worse version of X, Y, and Z, and we'll call it A, B, and C instead? It's honestly pretty freaking wild. But, again, like, there's a... hang on one second. Alrighty. Netflix did that one movie where you could choose how it went, which was kind of cool, and then it went full force into games after that success. Yeah. It's, and the thing is like, I can't blame them for doing that given the success of that movie, but it is just one of those things where it's like, you have to understand your audience. Stuff like that, the choose your own ending thing, that's pretty cool, but it's really good for like a one-off. You don't want to flood the market with that. But if you do it every now and then, you space them out, it could be pretty successful. At least in my opinion. I've never run like a business, so you gotta remember, like, everybody who's listening to me, I'm not, an expert by any means, but I feel that's kind of common sense. is you gotta know your audience, and it's like, yeah, there's a lot of people who are not gonna want to play games on your streaming service because you've cultivated a streaming audience. Now, if you could spin off from that, that's different. But I don't know. Worked for the movie because it was related to Black Mirror, which fit the vibe. Yeah, yeah. You gotta put a you gotta put what's it called? You have to know your audience, right? Know your audience, figure out what works and what doesn't. And there is really no solution for that because people are fickle as a whole, right? Like tastes change over time. And, you know, what might work one summer may not work another. You know, like there's the pirate example, right? I can't think of what the movie is, but there was like a big pirate movie in like the early 90s that did not do well at all. And then no one in Hollywood wanted to touch pirate films after that because it was like this gigantic bomb, right? And maybe it was like Treasure Island or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but then, you know, a couple years later, like less than a decade later, Pirates of the Caribbean comes out, and suddenly it was one of the biggest franchises of the 2000s, you know? Time and place for everything, and what might bomb, you know, one year might do super well later. You know, it's like Marvel having kind of a bit of a slump, and then everyone's like, oh, it's superhero fatigue. And then Superman comes out and blows that out of the water. So it's like, is it really superhero fatigue, or is it just Marvel was not... People got sick of Marvel's, you know, formula, and Marvel tried to do too much, you know, too soon type thing. So it's always tough to it's always tough to kind of read that sort of stuff, and it's a big part of the reason why I'm, you know, I can't claim to be an expert, right? Okay, 4 hours for an adult with the slide pass. You got it. Hi, Anna. 4 hours teen with the slide pass. 4 hours adult slide pass. 4 hours adult slide pass. 8 hours senior slide pass. Hello, Rhinella. 6 hours adult with a slide pass. Hello, T-Fark. 4 hours senior slide pass. And Scarlet, 4 hours senior slide pass. Alright, Jameer's back. Even the Pirates franchise first 3 movies were the best and the only ones you'll ever rewatch. Yeah, I mean, again, you know, at certain points, franchises just run out of steam. Part of it is, you know, due to bad writing. Part of it's due to creative differences. Sometimes, you know, an actor shits the bed or phones it in. And, you know, sometimes it's just, you know, audiences just get sick of it. You know, sometimes, you know, everybody involved in making the movie does everything completely right, and audiences just don't show up for it. At Hang Time, they were talking about Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank did terrible on its initial release. It did. And, but then, you know, when it came out on, you know, like VHS, and, you know, people were watching it on TV, you know, like TBS and stuff, reruns. People were like, oh my god, this movie is actually, like, really good. So, you know, again, you never know sometimes. We just can't have nice things. People gotta tag them. True. But yeah, you know, the whole situation is, being creative is tough. You You know, it's a tough position to be in any sort of creative job, especially because, you know, at least here in the United States, we do not value our creators the way we should. Kind of the same for how we treat our, like, quote-unquote essential workers, right? There's a separate standard, and, you know, we see it a lot with, like, this AI push right now in creative spaces. It's like, but you notice the people who are always pushing for AI are the rich CEOs who have invested a shit ton of money in the technology. Oh, sorry, Heaven. So, you know, that's another factor into it as well. And, you know, we were talking about, you know, like, the tech CEOs and how they're really problematic. I saw a theory today that I happen to agree with entirely, is that a bunch of very rich individuals lost their minds as a result of the pandemic because they realized that all of their money couldn't save them from that. You know what I mean? Like, they were just as vulnerable as anyone else. Now, granted, they had better healthcare access. I don't think anyone will deny that. But you just look at the behavior of, like, a lot of these very, very rich individuals since the pandemic, and it's just, a lot of them have just gone completely off the rails. And I really do feel, and again, I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, so, you know, please don't take anything as gospel for me. I'm just a, you know, computer expert. But, I'll tell you, man, it's just when I see a lot of these decisions from, like, these very rich, very successful people, you know, whether it was earned or whatever is not what I'm arguing here, so just so you know. But when I see, you know, their attitudes and their decision making, it's like, yeah, just a bunch of them, it's like the pandemic just absolutely broke their brains. Because it's like their entire worldview was challenged. You know, they were forced to reckon with the value that the, you know, lowest people on the totem pole bring to their company, right? Calling them essential workers. You know, needing them to come in and do jobs that couldn't be done otherwise, right? To keep entire franchises afloat. And, you know, when the case is with humans, very generally, is that they tend to do one or two things when faced with a reality that challenges their worldview. They tend to learn from their mistake and, you know, try to be better and try to improve on it, right? Or they double down. And in a lot of cases, what we are seeing is we're seeing a lot of people double down on things that are just not true. You know what I mean? That don't even have basis in reality. And it's pretty wild. You know, as someone, you know, I use the AI thing as a great example. It's like, you know, the number of CEOs that are like, oh yeah, you know, it's inevitable, you know, this is going to happen, and it's like, then you see the actual performance and the actual product of how it works, and you're just like, I had a 50-50 shot and I missed. I'm so sorry, Derek, for pushing you. But it's like, yeah, what they're promising versus what the technology can actually do is there's a gap. Let me put it that way. And yeah, I want to be very clear. That's not to say that the technology can't get there eventually, right? There isn't a single piece of technology on the planet that started off perfect. You know, technology can always be, you know, massaged and enhanced and improved. But I just got to tell you that there's not a lot of things that the current AI stuff can do. At least not to the level that very rich people who most likely have stakes in the technology want you to believe, anyway. And again, that's from someone whose job is to program, right? So that I'm 100% confident in saying because I've seen it and I've worked with the technology firsthand. YouTube may not know this, but my Twitch chat definitely does. At my old credit union, they wanted to move into automation. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But what they thought the automation could do, and when I say they, I'm talking about the C-suite. You know, our CEO, the chief intelligence officer, who's the head of technology. You know, what they thought the technology could do versus what it actually could deliver on. The gap was tremendous. You know, they were thinking it's, you know, like in the movies when you do, like, Hacker Man, where they just hit, like, 3 keystrokes and then it's like, I'm in. That's, I think, what they were expecting for this, like, automation technology, and it's like, no, that's not how it works. And you know, for those that are more technically sound, I'll just give you this. They didn't even have a way of connecting the automation technology to their main core system. There was no link. So it's like you have this automation, but it still has to read in like a file, you know, to tell it what to do. So that file has to be generated. And it's like, they never asked the question, like, how often will we run this file? How often will we run the automation processes? Like, do we do it end of day? Do we do it every hour? Do we do it every, you know, 5 minutes? Okay, you know, how much resources do we need? Like, what servers? How much memory? You know, these are all questions that, like, you need to know in order to set up your systems. And they were like, oh, you just, you know, buy the technology, install it, and then flip it on. It's like, that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. And AI, same thing, man. You know, they'll be like, oh, this will replace like all these, you know, workers, and it's like, all right, how much money is it going to cost for you to run and maintain that? Because the thing is that yes, automation and the AI technology can absolutely speed things up, 100%. Anyone who tells you otherwise is lying. A computer can do things a lot faster than most people. But, what happens if something goes wrong? What's your monitoring going to be like? You know, what's your disaster recovery plan? How much money is that going to be? And that's the question a lot of people don't ask. So, you know, again, there's a cost to technology. And again, this is without even getting into, like, the environmental cost, right? Not to mention the cost of, like, resources to get the graphics cards you need to run most of these AI systems. I mean, again, you know, the list goes on, right? I could talk about this for hours. But at the end of the day, I can't help but stress that at the end of the day, will the technology get there one day? Maybe. You know, never say never. I mean, solar wasn't efficient for a long time, and now green energy is so effective that Australia is going to be giving people free power in certain regions because of how effective it is. So, again, I don't want to say that it'll never get there, but I can say with 100% confidence that the current promises are not achievable. They are not. And anyone who's telling you they are, they're either doing it on a technicality where they're saying we're, you know, yes, we've hit like these performance targets, but they don't talk about the details like cost or how effective it is or how many problems they have, right? It's like the old radio trick. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. but in radio, you notice how like every station says we're number one for like this, but then some of them are like really specific, like we're number one for classic rock for the 70s in this city. Technically that's true, right? But they're not the number one, station, perhaps. So, context matters, ladies and gentlemen. Context matters. That's the life lesson from me today. And speaking of life lessons, that is going to wrap up for Waterpark Simulator today. Shorter stream today, shorter video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Twitch chat stopped talking when I started going off on AI and technology, so I probably bored all of you to tears. Sorry about that. But YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, if you want to talk about things, you want to share your opinions on it, please drop them in the comments down below. If you have specific examples that may contradict anything I say, hey, let me know about them. Don't be a dick about it, of course, but hey, let me know. I love to learn new stuff, but yeah, just from my experience, that's what I know. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys had a good time while we just kind of played some Waterpark Sim and shot the shit. But thank you guys very much for watching, YouTube. I love you. We'll see you all next time, okay? Bye-bye!